Good morning, Geeks and Gamers. Welcome to Geeks and Gamers Daily. I'm excited. We had a great Tuesday night's main event. And do you know what happened after main event, Ryan? Do you know what happened?
I think you got remonetized and went live on your other channel.
No, here's how it played out, okay?
Oh.
We had a great main event. I called me and Rip because I was talking to you yesterday. I was like, we're not going to do anything tonight.
Jeremy literally told me, I'm tired, man. I don't want to do Tuesday night's main event, and I'm just going to go try to get some rest.
And then I was like,
he's like, yeah, no, I'm actually going to stream.
and then
I see a tweet that's like, hey, we won. We're monetized. Assemble the 199. And you probably went live and did a gaming stream.
Yeah. So how it all played out was, I was still planning on, just like I did for daily on Christmas. I was probably just gonna go live for like 30 minutes. Like, hey everybody, hope you had a good holiday. Blah 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 blah. Just to kind of have something, and then I was gonna get some rest. And then before I did that though, Ripa commented in the group chat when I told him there wasn't gonna be one. He goes, "Gay." I was like, all right, well Ripa's around. I was like, fuck it, me and Rip will just go live. You know what I mean? Me and Rip will go live. And then I told Rip, I'm like, we're only going to go for like an hour. It's going to be like a chill stream. You know what I mean? We're just going to go for like an hour. Ended up going for 3 hours. Mark the Cyborg joined in. And literally every super chat that comes in, it doesn't matter. Like, Mark the Cyborg has to give a 75-minute answer with every detail of everything that's ever happened. Anyway, towards the end of the stream, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And people like, going to play Fortnite afterward? I'm like, I'm not playing Fortnite. I'm done. I'm not playing Fortnite. Then Hailstorm starts screaming at me in the chat. So I was like, you know what? And I made a joke. I was like, if the channel was monetized, maybe I would. Ha ha ha. But I was like, you know what? Whatever. We're going to go live. I'll go live. Let's fire it up. So I make the event. Literally, the moment that I hit go live on the stream, I get an email from YouTube. Congratulations. Your appeal is successful. Your channel is now monetizable. And so then I had to stop the stream to turn everything back on. And so that's how it all went. But yeah, it was fun. It was an interesting kind of scenario that happened there. So shout out to all of you for helping signal boost all of that. X-Ray Girl is in the chat. What up, X-Ray Girl? Yes. So Mark, I love Mark so much. He messages me like right when the stream starts. He goes, hey, I see, because I've been talking to him about getting him on main event, he's like, hey, I see you just went live. I'm around if you want to, if you want me on. Or and so I was like, here's the link. He doesn't respond for like 2 hours. I'm like, okay, I'll just see you next week, Mark. Then he responds, oh, hey. And then he just pops in. I was busy with X-Ray Girl. We're just busy. Just clearly
for 2 hours. Listen, man, that's a waste of time. All right, like 2 hours. That's a long fucking time. Half an hour is fucking max. Like anything else, you are wasting your time with that shit. Come on.
Good old Mark, man. It's great. But yeah, so then like literally we get like a $2 super chat. They're like, hey, blah 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 blah, and Mark gives like a 35-minute detailed answer. I'm like, Mark, look at X-Ray Girl. Oh my god. Oh man, it was great. But anyway, welcome into Geeks and Gamers Daily. Hi Ryan, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired, and I feel like I might be getting sick. Fucking Christmas time, spending it with family and shit, and everybody's probably gonna fucking get sick, which sucks. But other than that, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm tired, but that's just because I've been streaming like crazy. Still didn't get any sleep, but I'm glad I didn't sleep and streamed last night. It was good. Both streams were awesome, and it was kind of laid back with me and Ripa just kind of doing, basically it was just me and him for a little while, and then Mark jumped on, and Mark will be on next week on Tuesday night's main event. So that should be good. As I said, Mark is to me he's probably the most knowledgeable gamer I know. He's really is. He's passionate. He's so passionate about it, and he knows so much. It's crazy. Dan Vask is mad at Tom. Says that's a rude question, Tom. I don't know what Tom said. But there we go. We got peeps rolling in. We are live over on Rumble. We are live over on YouTube as well. Welcome in, everybody. Dom H dropping 10 gifted memberships. Let's freaking go. And everybody's kind of getting back in the rhythm now after Christmas. I hope everybody had a good Christmas. We're rolling right into New Year's. I've got a big New Year's Day because my Alabama Crimson Tide are playing the Michigan Wolverines, and I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a big day.
That's gonna be a big game, yeah.
Going to be a huge game. I mean, that is huge. Harbaugh versus Saban. I know most people in this chat don't care, so we won't drag that out too much, but we will be covering that over on Sports Wars if you have not subscribed over there. So, Ryan, let's read a few super chats first, and then we'll kind of get into our topic. Let's see what we got going on here. Beardo's reading comprehension says, "Hail, chat. Santa brought me the OLED Switch." Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Shout out. Obi-Wan John says, "Glad for you, Jeremy. Gotta get you right now." Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. And it was cool, man. Just seeing how the whole thing played out now. When people started showing up in the chat and all of a sudden their member badges were back, but then they couldn't send super chats. They couldn't send gifted membership. So we had to stop the stream, restart it. But hey, it was good. It was good. It was all good. So Dan Vasquez, "I want to like you, Jeremy, but you're a console peasant." What's up, Dan Vask? Yeah, that comment to Rippa was funny. That's the first thing I thought was Brokeback Mountain. Like, I want to like you, Rippa. I really want to like you. Gary's Beard Dingleberry says, "When I'm sad, I drive to the airport and watch people hug each other in the arrivals hall. Then I watch Geeks and Gamers and Ryan's dead face. It makes me sad again."
I'm glad I can balance you out.
I
don't know how it comes across. I have this fucking burn that I got from I was like, let me go all out day after Christmas, make biscuits and gravy in the morning. I fucking love biscuits and gravy.
Mhm.
And I was bringing it out. I like didn't want to, like the pan was like a little bit weird in my hand. And I fucking pull it out and I just fucking burn my arm right there. And it looks like a fucking birthmark or something.
Ooh, that's rough. That's rough.
It sucked. And there was no way I was going to like let it go. I was going to drop the biscuit. So it just like, fuck. Yeah. All right. The things I go through.
Obi-Wan John says, "Ordered my 199 bag this morning." Yes. So you've got, and I'm happy to hear that, Obi-Wan John. If one of my mods can drop a link to the 199 backpack, that is going to run. Now we hit our sales goal. Thank you all so much for that. That is going to run until the end of the month. So to the end of the year, pretty much. And so December 31st, that will be ending. So we extended it after we hit the sales goal. Really do appreciate everybody going out there getting the 199 limited edition backpack. So yeah, mods, if you can drop that link and I will pin that post. Ryan, what's first up on the agenda today?
Well, mostly because so many of these fucking Disney shills decided to go out there and stand the Marvels and try to say, why aren't they hitting Aquaman as hard as they hit the Marvels? I really decided we need to talk more about the Marvels. Clearly, we haven't shit on it enough recently, just to spite these people. So I saw a clip that went across my feed. Somehow, on Christmas Eve, they are still doing work to promote the Marvels, even though no one is actually going to see this thing. And we know this entire thing's been a flop. We've seen the director go out there and blame virulent and violent, racist, sexist, homophobic fan bases, right? We've seen the media go out there, try to, hey, it's not the director's fault, guys. The Marvels might have flopped, but you can't blame the strong black woman, even though that's exactly what Bob Iger did, right? You know, this unqualified black female director we hired just because she's a black female. Yeah, the reason the Marvels sucked is because there wasn't enough supervision on set. Well, I would say that when you go out and you hire people who want to recreate this scene from Avengers Endgame, it's probably not going to work out great for you. Because this is the one moment, even for people that loved Endgame, obviously there's a lot of problems with it, but when people saw it in theaters, it was pretty crazy. All the different moments, the big cheer moments you had. But this moment, everybody fucking cringed.
Yes.
Everybody rolled their eyes. Like, oh my God, let's wait till this stupid, ridiculous female team up stuff is over. It was so contrived and so stupid. And even executives admitted they were worried that it would be too pandering. Well, it was. But to the people that wanted to be pandered to, I guess it really worked. Here's Nia DaCosta talking about why she was excited to do the Marvels.
I, like many women around the world, watched Avengers Endgame and had that 6 seconds of all the Marvel women together. And I once had like chills, but I also was very annoyed. I was like, 2 hours of this, please. So it was really nice that they decided to do a team up movie with like 3 of my favorite heroes. So that's what was most exciting.
I have zero sympathy for any of the people involved in this project, dude. I actually, it's not even that I have sympathy. I find joy in it. I find complete joy that your film has completely failed. I find so much joy in it because at this point in time, if you are supporting this, then you don't deserve any respect whatsoever. These people are disgusting. Holy crap. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know how many people saw this were like, yes, please, 2 hours of complete woke cringe. That would be wonderful. But one of the people that did want that, that's who they went out and hired. And
Yeah.
that's why she was excited to do a female team-up movie. That's kind of what this movie was, right? Was just well, I don't even know if they let her go 2 hours. They cut so much out of it. It was such a short movie, but that's what she wanted to do. And that's what she did. Congratulations, Nia DaCosta.
Yeah.
You even got Bob Iger throwing your ass under the bus.
Yeah, I mean, again, so we've they are now like in the desperation mode because if you remember, the same people that most of the people that were celebrating Captain Marvel and the success of it, they didn't even go see it either. You know what I mean? Most of them that were sitting there online celebrating it, they didn't even go see the movie. They were just all they wanted to do was take full advantage of the success of Captain Marvel. Normies went to see Captain Marvel because normies were tricked into thinking that it was intricately tied into the biggest 2 movies that we've seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is Endgame and Infinity War, and they basically had the Marvel sandwiched in between that. Those same people are now the same people that were celebrating the success of the Marvels are now crying. The success of Captain Marvel are crying at the lack of success for the Marvels, and it's doing exactly what we the fans told you it was going to do. It was fool's gold. People saw right through it. No one walked out of Captain Marvel looking forward to the sequel to Captain Marvel. No one did. Not one single person did that. There's a reason with movies like there's a reason that something like Spider-Man 3 was still successful. It's because the momentum off of Spider-Man 2 made people interested, made people go, man, I got to go see the follow-up to that. Even if the follow-up wasn't great, people still went out and watched it out of sheer interest because of the previous iteration. And no one cared about Captain Marvel walking out of Captain Marvel. They were going because of the ties to Endgame and Infinity War. And you see the complete catastrophic failure of the Marvels is a direct tie-in to no one cared about Captain Marvel. Is what it is.
Yep. I just think it's funny. All these people that are like freaking out about Aquaman 2. Aquaman 2 is going to make more money than it. Like, I'm pretty convinced it's going to make more money just because of the Christmas holiday and stuff like that. I think it's going to do better.
And we are talking
will it be better than Flash or not?
And we are talking about the bottom of the barrel that we're having to compare. But this is where we are. My goodness, man. Like the bottom of the absolute barrel. Aquaman has its own failures. We've broke that down many times in terms of it's not the same. It's not for the same reasons as the Marvels. And in fact, it's a lot more understandable, because of how we've seen the DCEU just failing all year long. Now, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has been underperforming all year long, and you've seen diminishing returns, but the DCEU has been a disaster, complete disaster all year long. And there's not a Doctor Strange out there, and Doctor Strange is not a good movie. But it did. What did it make, Ryan? 900 million?
950. But that was after, remember, that was after it opened to $450 million worldwide.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Doctor Strange global opening weekend.
It was like 420 or 450 or something like that, I think.
It was like 450. And it basically, $450 million worldwide in its opening weekend. And basically it only doubled that like the rest of the time. That's
awful.
It's close to like the Marvels tracking, you know?
Yeah.
The Marvels made $110 million is, it's going to end up making about 210 by the end of its run. So yeah.
It's ridiculous. But look, our all we're here to do is tell you what we see going on in the industry. If you choose to want to go see the Marvels, Aquaman, whatever, that's completely up to you. That's your prerogative. But at the end of the day, it is happening. The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been declining significantly. The DCEU has been a failure all year long. And we finally just hit rock bottom now with the MCU. I don't think it can get worse. I really don't. Like I do think that we are at the bottom now. Like, what's the next movie that's supposed to release? Deadpool. So we know that's going to be a success. How big of a success? I don't know. It is a rated R film. This was going to be rated R, correct? So, right? Have they announced that?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe they said it would be.
So this will be a rated R movie. Obviously, you're going to have Hugh Jackman and Deadpool in the same. Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds in the same movie. I don't know if it's going to do $1 billion. No Deadpool movie has done $1 billion, but when you're bringing Hugh Jackman's Wolverine into it, I'm not going to say Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is like a box office juggernaut. It's not like he's Iron Man, but he's definitely a draw. You know what I mean?
I think because of the situation it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like we just had fucking 3 standalone, like kind of shitty Wolverine movies, right?
Right.
He's been gone for a long time. I think he will be a draw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he is a draw. I'm just saying he's not Iron Man level draw. He never has. No one is. You know what I mean? Like, there's not one single actor into a role that is a draw like Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. But Wolverine is one of the most popular and prolific comic book characters of all time. Bringing him back after all this time, as beloved as Hugh Jackman is, and bringing the OG suit along with it, finally, is going to be a huge draw. But that doesn't mean that Marvel's going to be saved or anything like that. It's going to be a one-off, and then we'll see what they do moving forward. But hey, congratulations to the Marvels. Congratulations. You got your girl power movie, all 2 hours of it. And guess what? It failed. It's the worst failure in the history of the MCU. You get what you deserve. And the pronouns and bio crowd are crying their eyes out right now as we speak. By the way, did you see that Delta video?
The guy at the not cashier or whatever, but like the guy at the help desk.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's fantastic, man. That's the perfect way to handle those weirdos, dude. That's the perfect.
People are tired of that shit, man.
They really are, man. That is a perfect way to handle that. I loved it so damn much.
People are tired of like 6'5", 300-pound people with beards, fucking like growing their like greasy ass hair out, and then like demanding you call them a woman, right?
Yeah,
they're just fucking tired of that shit.
For those that didn't see it, let me play it. This is how you should handle any Marvel the Marvels fan right here. Is this guy right here. To me, this guy, I hope this guy does not get fired. Because this dude right here, this is perfect way to handle this right here. Here we go.
And what about when adults employ misgenders you intentionally?
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Gotcha.
Both of you have.
Sorry. Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
You're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have Port Authority escort you out the building right this moment. If you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
I'm good. I'll just put this on. And what about?
He wanted to go full victim when he said he's condescending. Ooh. And then he was like, I can escort you out right now if you want to play this game. And they backed down completely. That's how you handle it right there. Beautiful stuff, man. I love it. Love it so damn much. We played it on Main Event last night and talked about it. So I just want to let everybody know what we were talking about. Yellow Flash in the chat. Yellow Flash says, let's see, this man is a hero and a role model. I know you're talking about me taking a stand against your Christmas list, Flash, but you don't have to compliment me that much, man. But thank you, Flash. Appreciate that. I'm not gonna quit giving you shit over that. But I agree. The Delta.
It's the fact that he fucking tweeted it out. If they had just done it on Flashcast, it'd be like, okay, like people would talk about it. Then he fucking tweeted out the screenshot. I was like, oh God.
I know. No, he did the left winger bullshit. He even admitted, he said, I had to turn notifications off. He was like, I'm triggering the chuds with this one.
All the Muppet stands out there are coming after me.
Where's Tobias at? I haven't seen Tobias in a few days. How did you feel about the Muppets Christmas Carol? Being on the terrible list, Tobias. I haven't seen it. It's a
Bro,
definitive
I'll
Christmas
be real, like
festival.
Edward Scissorhands. It's been so long since I've fucking watched that movie. I didn't even know it was a
Same.
Christmas movie.
Same.
Like I've never heard that before. So I saw that on the list. I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. So
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas is good.
It's fine.
Really good.
I'd put it in mid.
But that's fine. As long as me and you are on the same page about Muppets Christmas Carol, that's all I care about.
Yeah. That's the I'm gonna just fucking show it.
Oh, it hurts, man. It hurts. Muppets Christmas Carol in the horrible list. Like, what? Like, I'm pissed off enough about Home Alone 2, okay? And Santa Claus 2. But I'm at least going to go, hey, you know, the OGs are getting their respect on that one. So I'm not going to be too mad about it. The OGs got the respect. But the Muppets Christmas Carol and horrible, get the fuck out of here.
So, like, the Santa Claus definitely needs to be moved up to here.
Yes. And Home Alone.
Santa Claus 2 needs to probably be moved up to either mid or great. It's not as good as the first one. It's a little contrived, but
it's great.
That's the one where he has to find a Mrs. Claus, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The fact that the Muppets Christmas Carol is even coming close to fucking a Medea Christmas is fucking sacrilege.
Oh my God, man. It's the worst thing ever. It's so unbelievable. It's got Sir Michael Caine, bro. Like, come on.
What is this? Santa with muscles? What is this?
That's Hulk Hogan. That's a Hulk Hogan. Oh, bro. Santa with muscles is horrendous. Like, it is bad. All right. It is horrendous. And I do put the Polar Express in trash. I don't like Polar Express. Polar Express is a horror movie. It's not even a Christmas movie. Polar Express is a horror movie about possessed children. That's what it is.
It's really weird.
I do not like Polar Express.
I think it's like Tom Hanks alternate universe where he kidnaps children, fucking butt fucks them at the North Pole. That's what I think it is. Might not be an alternate reality. He might just do that in Greece. But
I do not like that movie at all. But ultimately, so Santa Claus is legendary. Jingle All the Way is legendary. Home Alone is legendary.
Well, we're getting a lot of legendaries though. Which you gonna move off the list here?
I'm gonna see. I haven't seen Batman Returns in a long time. Batman Returns is obviously an amazing movie, but I don't know if how much I tied that into Christmas. Not gonna have Nightmare Before Christmas in legendary.
I would put that in a great. I would put Gremlins. I don't give a fuck about Gremlins. You can throw that off the list.
I like Gremlins. I'm not gonna have Gremlins in legendary. I'm not like, and again, I personally, I don't consider Die Hard a Christmas movie, but if you're gonna call it a Christmas movie, it obviously deserves to be in legendary because it's a legendary movie. You know what I mean? So
Rudolph moves down to great for me as well.
Rudolph moves down to great, and Frosty moves up to great because I like Rudolph and the Frosty movie. I love the Frosty the Snowman movie. So
I didn't even see. Yeah, that is pretty low.
Here's the thing, that time has been very, very kind to the live action Grinch for me. I didn't like it at first. Like, it was fine, but I was so attached to the animated classic, when I was younger. I've come to really love the Grinch, the Jim Carrey Grinch movie. Over time, I've loved it. So I would put that into the great category. I'm putting Muppets Christmas Carol in legendary. I'm putting Home Alone 1 and 2 in legendary. I'm putting Santa Claus 1 in legendary. And I'm putting Santa Claus 2 in great. So
what about Elf? Do you think Elf's mid?
Elf is fine. Elf is like, it's weird because I wish there was another tier that kind of between. I wish there was a good tier. I would put Elf as good. I would put Elf as good. I don't think Elf is great, but I do enjoy it. So Elf is fine. It's fine. I know a lot of people really like Elf a lot. I think
Trading Places a fucking Christmas movie? I didn't know that.
Isn't Trading Places like a? Oh wait, where's what the hell's the name of it? I'm drawing a blank right now. The John Candy movie.
The John Candy movie. I don't
Oh
know.
my god. Oh my god.
I'm good with the Christmas Story at mid. I think that's a good one. Die Hard 2, Die Harder, probably mid.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Planes, Trains, and
Oh.
Automobiles. Which is more like a Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's
So
a holiday one.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Edward Scissorhands. I don't remember any of the Christmas shit about that.
You know what? You got to give Flash credit. He created a hell of a discussion here. But it's at the he sacrificed Muppets Christmas Carol to get it, and I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that.
The fact that Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life are in the trash and horrible category is fucking wild. Like, we're talking about like some other shit that's come out in the past like 2 decades. But somebody like the most definitive like classic Christmas movies, trash and horrible.
Shout out to Flash. Shout out to Flash. Oh man.
Oh my god. All right. Let's get to some of these. Old Renaissance nerd for $20. We didn't have money for consoles. Was okay because my friends did. Started on Atari and Intellivision. My first SNES, still have it. Got a used Game Boy to play Metroid. Just got an OLED Switch. Happy New Year to the 199 and the Fellowship.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Right. I saw a conversation going around the other day about the idea of GTA 6 being like costing $100 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been somebody who like I did not have a big deal when they raised the prices to $70.
Yeah.
Because like N64 games when they came out were like
they were expensive.
$60 or $70.
Yeah.
I feel like that is like stayed. I feel like that stayed the same price for like 2 fucking decades.
I mean,
as everything else had gotten really expensive.
It really comes down to like how much time are you going to put into the game?
Right. Yeah.
And people are going to put hundreds, thousands of hours into GTA 6 when it comes out.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I see it.
And that's really what it comes down to. Like, are you talking about a game that you're just going to buy to play a 4-hour campaign and be done with it? You know, I mean, like, okay, so for instance, Super Mario Wonder. Okay, I love Super Mario Wonder. It's a great game. It's you know, it takes you. I don't know how many. I almost have it beat. I haven't went back to it. I'm in like World 6, but it's less than 10 hours. Okay, and the game's done. It's over. There's nothing to it after that. It's a phenomenal game, but you can run through it in a very quick amount of time and get it beat. That's $60, $70 game, and it's over. GTA 6, you're telling me that it's unnecessary to charge $100 when you're going to put potentially thousands of hours into it. I see the benefit from it. If people are willing to pay for it, let them do it. I don't care. I mean, for me, I've put more fucking money into Fortnite than any game I've ever owned.
Yeah, it's like
even though it's a free game.
If you've got like a fucking family of 4 or 5 and you go to a fucking movie theater for a 2-hour experience, you pay for popcorn, all this shit, right? You're gonna pay $100.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can justify spending $100 on it. Like it does seem like a lot, but when you look back, God, what the original like PlayStation when it came out, how much did that thing cost?
The original PlayStation, the PS1.
Yeah,
I don't remember. Well, if you go back, we were talking about this last night. Like, go back and look at the prices for the Neo Geo. If you add the Neo, we talked about this night. The Neo Geo back in the day was like $700 or $800. Added for inflation, that's like a $1,500 system today. That's how much a Neo Geo was, and the games were like $200 a pop back then for the Neo Geo. Back then, back in the old days.
Yeah. This says so the PS1 in 1995 initially had a retail price of $300, which is like you can get an Xbox Series S or whatever for that, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild.
Yeah. Well, like I said, so Neo Geo games were $200-$300. People in the chat are confirming that 2 or 3 for a game on the Neo Geo. for a game. So again, I obviously don't want to see the prices go up crazy or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about justifying the amount of money you're spending for the amount of time that you're getting out of it based on the standard of the industry, I don't think that that's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a GTA guy personally, but I know, like, look how much time people put into GTA 5.
Imagine it. Imagine if they started doing that, right? Pricing games based on how long you would play them. But then you're gonna have. But then what you're gonna have is a lot of like Assassin's Creed type shit where it's just the same fucking thing over and over and over again. You know, go to this area of the map, do all these same fucking tasks or collectathons or whatever, just to like fill out the game so you can get like a 100-hour game.
Yeah.
I mean,
how did they do? Is because I didn't play GTA 5 online or anything, but I know that kept the game massively relevant. There was a lot of, they've made a lot of money off of that. Was there like a lot of in-game transactions that weren't necessary? Like, but was it pay to win? Was it pay to win?
Probably. Like I didn't pay too much on GTA Online, to be honest. But you can, like, there are a lot of, like, whether you want to buy cash or fucking guns or like whatever. So yeah. You certainly didn't have to play it and enjoy it, but
yeah, because I mean, like, it's like the thing with like Fortnite where there's not really like pay to win stuff with Fortnite, but it's like all kind of aesthetic things, you know, that you can enjoy it. But like, I was watching a video the other day. It was talking about Call of Duty versus Fortnite, and it was breaking down like what's better in 2023 going into 2024. Because I think a lot of people are liking Modern Warfare 3. I haven't played it. But I've played the beta, but I haven't played like the game, and Warzone 2 just came out. But they were talking about how with the Call of Duty community, especially with Modern Warfare 2 and all the problems, they just literally ignored all of the complaints of the Call of Duty community. Like, it didn't matter. Like, they just ignored everything. Fortnite had one problem and they fixed it in a week. You know what I mean? By complaints. That's really the name of the game, is just listening to the feedback of the people that are playing your game. And if you do that, if you have a good game and you listen to the people that are playing your game, you can do wonders with it. So moving forward with GTA 6, I don't know how well they listened to their community over the course of GTA Online. I have no idea. But obviously, they kept the game relevant and kept people coming back. And the game stood the test of time. So we'll see what happens with the next one. Panasonic 3DO was $699 in 1994. That's $1,400 today.
Holy shit.
Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's expensive. All right. Spider Claw for 10 was stocking shelves and saw a gummy controller. Wondering if someone would try to make it work. The first person I thought it was Beardo. Could be wrong though. Maybe he just can't read. Thank you, Spider Claw. I've seen those gummy controllers on the shelves. Andrew CR for 2,500 check. 2 hours equals 7,200 seconds. Divided by 38, 189.47 times. Go Mark.
Go Mark.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of 38 seconds in there. Teresa Young, member for 8 months. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Looking for a positive new year. Scanning in. Hail 199. Let's go MAGA Trump 2024.
Let's go.
Vault 95 survivor for $1. Jeremy, we need to see which tier you put the man who invented Christmas in.
I know. I still got to watch that.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Vault 95 has been asking me to watch that for a while.
Ryan for 10 euros. Amazon must have buyer's remorse with Rings of Power. They're shackled to $1 billion dead prostitute and can't get out of it without chewing a limb off. We're going to talk about that. We got some super chats to catch up on, though. Zenny Biscuit for 5. Happy third day of Christmas. The best Little Who or House in Texas is a Thanksgiving and Christmas movie. The best Little Who. Is that a Dr. Seuss one?
Sounds like it.
Weird Man Productions, member for 3 months. Praise Allah. Next year's going to be crazy. Probably. Sarcastic Mailman, welcome to the 199. Thank you. TZ Rock for 10. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. SBZ for 10. Last night was the gayest gaming stream ever. 2 adult men arguing how fun riding a motorcycle is in Fortnite like a married couple. No wonder you got remonetized. They consider you representation.
That was a lot of fun. I told Hailstorm, I was like, because he has his specific drop, and Hailstorm, like has a specific way he likes to play. He has to have everything that he wants. I like to just drop wherever and let chaos ensue. Figure it out. You know what I mean?
When we played, you wanted to drop at the same fucking place every goddamn time.
Hold on. So, but what I'm saying though is that he knows exactly where the specific gun is that he wants, so he can like when my drop, I still you don't know what weapons you're gonna get on the drop. You know what I mean? So I like dropping just where you don't know. It's just a surprise of what type of weapons you get, and you figure it out. You know what I mean? He has this kind of whole system down of like where we're going, what we're gonna do. There's you know, loot over here. There's the scope I want, the sniper I want. So I was like, let's drop and get motorcycles and go Sons of Anarchy in Fortnite. Let's fuck them up. Let's ride around on motorcycles and just fuck them up. And the first match we finally got it together, we ended up like driving up on these guys, jumped off our motorcycles, start trying to kill them, and they had a motorcycle and they ended up killing us on their motorcycle. I'm like, fuck me, deserved it. It was bad. The whole thing was bad. So
Cole Hauser for 5. What's up, Ryan and Jeremy? They should let Toho take over Transformers live action. Will be 10 times better. 199 Yojo praise Ara.
Praise. I love how praise Ara has become a thing.
Love it. Praise Ara. Dan C with 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships.
Let's go.
Dan C. Udite. I don't know if it Udite or Udite. I don't know how to say it. For $10. When you consider how popular comics Wolverine and Hugh Jackman versions are, the fact that Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man is so much bigger is a testament to how good that casting performance was.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you go back to, I remember years ago, it's a long time ago when I was reading like Wizard magazine back in the day, and they did like a top 100 comic book characters, and Wolverine was number 1. This was like in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like he was number 1 over Superman, over Batman, over Spider-Man. Like this was at the peak of like the X-Men runs
in the
like
90s.
X-Men, yeah. And because Wolverine was the man, and he still is the man. You know what I mean? But like he was the most prominent comic book character at that point in time. And still, he isn't there anymore, but he's still like relevant for sure.
We just got a big $50 super chat coming from Disco Cobra. This is what I'm more concerned about is physical media going away. Walmart and Best Buy planning to get rid of all physical media in 2024 is insane to me. Walmart's hopping in on that too?
Really? I haven't heard that.
I heard Best Buy. I don't think physical will completely go away yet, but it's around the corner. Yeah. If Walmart's doing it, that's nuts. I haven't heard that yet.
If Walmart's doing it, it's over. But it is like, I think the pendulum's gonna swing back the other way, though. I really do. I think physical media will make a comeback. Maybe not obviously.
No, I don't think it'll make a comeback, but I think it'll be like niche. I think it'll be like become a very heavy collector type of thing.
Man, it's so depressing, man. I haven't heard that about Walmart though. But to be fair, Walmart, it's at a point where Walmart and Target, they don't have a lot of physical media anymore. They have some, but it ain't what it used to be. You know what I mean? It's not what it used to be 5 or 10 years ago.
I'm like looking for articles on it. Well, it says Walmart pulling back. Walmart reportedly discontinuing physical games.
Oh yeah, I think I did hear that.
Okay.
I think I did hear that actually.
So specifically for games, not necessarily for all media. Oh, Walmart reportedly get rid of Xbox games next year. Well, who cares about that?
Yeah, nobody cares about that.
Yeah, what the fuck? But I don't see a report about I don't see a report about PlayStation. I don't know.
It's because they actually sell.
Maybe that's why. Fucking Xbox fanboys BTFO'd. Walmart's like, we're gonna stop selling physical games because there's no demand for Xbox. That's so funny.
Oh man.
Yellow Flash in the chat for $10 says, I'm sick of lying about movies from the 1940s. Everyone watching It's a Wonderful Life is surfing their phone the entire time it's on. Admit it. So the thing is, I think with all kind of shit like that, it's kind of like talking about like, you know, basketball players in the 60s and shit like that, right? If Bill Russell was like on a team now, he'd probably get bodied. But you got to like take things for like the era they were in. So I think, but I mean, yeah, if you're just comparing how entertaining are those movies compared to movies that are coming out today, that's fair. But I don't know if I would put It's a Wonderful Life in the trash, in the garbage tier pile.
Oh
But
man,
to be fair, I'm on my phone for anything that's going on.
that is true. That is true. Except for the
Patrick,
Iron Claw. I wasn't on my phone for the Iron Claw.
yeah, I mean, even like Godzilla, I was on my phone a little bit for. I had to check a couple things. Patrick Kelly for 5. Watch The Expanse by Amazon. Really good. No woke, but what happened with Rings of Power? Well, they wanted to make Tolkien's work. They wanted to take a pre-existing story and establish fan base and all these things and make it represent the modern world. That's exactly what they said. A modern retelling of Tolkien's world means it should look like our world. That's what executive producers on the show said. And as a result, ended up being a complete and total disaster. We talked about this a lot. It's been over a year since Rings of Power came out, and it was a total and complete failure. The most expensive series ever created. And not only did it get completely bashed by the audience, but nobody tuned in. Only 37% of people that started it actually finished the series.
Oof.
And it doesn't look like a lot of those people are going to come back for season 2. But Jeremy, they're deciding to go all in on season 2, right? We've got black elves. We've got black dwarves. We've got a lot of representation. Well, now we need more representation. This is from Fellowship of the Fans. Rings of Power season 2. Gavi Singh Chera is Sauron. Now, he's being referred to as original form Sauron. There's no like confirmation of whether he's going to play like the Anatar version, which I don't even think Amazon has fucking rights to Anatar, to be honest with you. They've already completely fucked up the story with what they did with Hallbrand, with Celebrimbor. They've already fucked up the story completely and totally. But they decided this time for a different version of Sauron, we need to be very, very diverse.
God dang, man. I saw like I'm so detached from this fucking series and everything. I don't care what they're doing. I saw these stories going around. I mean, again, I don't know what they expect is going to happen with this season after the disaster of the first season. But I seem to think that identity politics is the answer to all of their problems. And so here we go now with somebody said Brown Ron.
It stood out to you, huh? That's not even like clever. That got Jeremy right there.
It's so funny because it's so stupid. But yes, go for it, I guess. I mean, you're literally just you're gonna be. You said 37% of people finished. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, 37%. That is. I mean, I'm not a smart man, but 37% is a failing grade, okay, in school. I failed enough in school to know that a 37 is not a good number. You don't maintain 37% and think that that's a good thing, especially when you started out with something that has a fan base of this magnitude and a following of this magnitude. I mean, this is Lord of the Rings, man. This is Lord of the Rings, the most expensive show ever made with the Lord of the Rings name in it. And now your answer is this right here. So diversity.
The thing is, this is a story that you don't need to make represent the modern world or make more diverse. This is a story that's been translated. I think the only thing that's been translated into more fucking languages is probably like the Bible than the Lord of the Rings, books. Because it doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what country or of origin you're from. People identify with the story and the characters, even if the heroes might not look anything like them. And Tolkien's world is diverse. Middle-earth is diverse. They just decided they wanted to diversify characters that are specifically described as a completely different way. And there is no description of Sauron in any form we've ever seen that this person, Gavi Singh Chera, he might be a great actor, but there's no version of Sauron that this person looks like. There just is not. Now we know that the Rings of Power is just making shit up as they go. It's non-canon. It's a fan fiction written by people who aren't even actually fans. But, it's a testament to how widespread this story has become and how many different countries and languages it's in, that you don't need to get people represented to get people engaged with the story. People have been engaging with it for decades. It's got a massive fan base for a reason. And but There's some hidden replies here. Should we brave the hidden replies?
I was actually going to ask you if you've seen them, and I had anticipated you had already seen some of them.
Let's take a risk. This is just what the fuck? This is literally just a head. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
you hide that.
Well, again, that kind of it pretty much. If you're hiding there, I guess I think that it's acceptable if you want to hide the porn bots. I've seen some people hide the porn bots.
For sure.
I don't hide anything, but if you want to hide the porn bots, that's fine. But anybody who's just going to hide just general replies, no matter how mean or not mean the criticism is, this is the road you're going to go down. And now you've literally you're hiding a face palm. You're hiding a face palm. Oh my God.
Palm emoji. What the
Lord.
fuck? That gets hidden. Is this a fucking troll post? It says Gen Z Jesus. And I like his Jesus number 2 with an _2. What the fuck? He is not like an angel. Really? It must be a joke. So basically he's going to look nothing like Sauron, right? This is not like angelic and ethereal, and not the first descriptive words that come to mind when looking at him. So happy the original movies exist. Sacred. You hid this reply. You hid this reply and you turned off replies, basically. Well, once you realize you were probably going to get a lot of fucking backlash. So happy the original movies exist. Sacred. Fellowship of Fans, the shill site Fellowship of Fans, decides they need to hide that.
Unbelievable.
It's pathetic.
Unbelievable.
We've taken enough risks. I don't know how many more.
Yeah. You got to be careful on that. So, I hoped Elon Musk would actually get rid of the hidden replies feature, because I think it's just it's so ridiculous. Like I just force people to have to deal with it. It is the Thunderdome. Let people just have to deal with it. But either way, the hidden replies is funny too, because you're basically just consolidating all of the comments that you don't want people to see, and you're giving people just an easy way to see all the comments that you don't want seen, which it doesn't make sense to me why people think that hidden replies are a good idea. I don't know why people think that that's a good idea, because it's so dumb. But anyway, because we wouldn't be able to find all that, Ryan, if they didn't hide all of them. You know what I mean? But the Fellowship of the Fans, a fan site for the fans, apparently just not allowing the fans to have a voice or letting their words be seen. Ridiculous. But yeah, Rings of Power, man, I have no interest in watching season 2. I don't give a shit about this show. It's such trash. I hated the first season. I despised it. It was unwatchable. It was tough to get through. And I think this next season is going to be even worse. They've learned nothing. And it's clear that they've learned nothing. They are not interested in listening to feedback. So it's going to be probably a bigger disaster than the first season, to be honest.
Less people are going to watch, that's for sure. Less people are going to watch this season. Stephen Wasik for 5. Sony releasing The Last of Us 2 remaster next month. Those SOBs want to see review bombing. Let's show them how it's really done. Hold the line and fuck Naughty Dog. Well, I'd say go review it however you think. I don't advocate anybody to review bomb something. What I think is really funny is that they just canceled that multiplayer Last of Us game that they had in the works, that Neil Druckmann, like 3 years ago, when they released nothing on Outbreak Day or whatever, they released nothing. He said, don't worry, we know you're disappointed. We have something big coming soon. And they've done nothing since then.
Nothing.
That fucking multiplayer game that he basically made a tacit promise about is fucking canceled. Neil Druckmann's such a big fat bitch. Fuck that. He
really is. Shit. He's the worst. He's the worst. And he's like, I don't see how they're gonna find success moving forward with what they're gonna do with The Last of Us, but I look forward to seeing them try, because I think that they've put severe damage on their brand, and that's coming off of a really beloved game with the first Last of Us. I mean, that was a big time game that it had a huge following, and that's why The Last of Us Part 2 sold so well in that opening weekend. Conveniently enough, we didn't hear many sales updates after that opening weekend. And now you've had this project canceled. Moving into whatever they're going to do, I think they're in serious trouble with that franchise. But hey, Neil Druckmann got a promotion out of it, so congratulations to him.
Mark of Reality for 2. The only people excited about season 2 of Rings of Power are Disbrew and Gary.
Pretty much.
Probably true. Tomac for $20. Hope you guys have been enjoying the localizer cope. I know I have been. Maybe if you did your job, it wouldn't be taken by AI. The localizer cope. I don't know if I understand the reference.
What are you talking about, Tomok?
I don't know, Tomok.
Shout out to Tomok.
Carnal for 10. You should watch all Shane Black's Christmas movies and call it Black Christmas. Lethal Weapon, Long Kiss Goodnight, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, The Nice Guys, and Iron Man 3 all take place at Christmas.
Yeah, a lot of people try to justify Iron Man 3 as a Christmas movie. So
there are lights. I guess there's Christmas lights, but
anime, it was an anime thing. Is that what he's talking about, Tomok? Okay.
Beardo's reading comprehension for 199. Gonna be rooting my Ags on tonight. Gig 'em ×2. We Melanie Mack here to read that.
What's Florida State, Georgia? Isn't that the 30th or 31st?
Yeah, maybe Saturday or Sunday, something like that.
That's gonna be interesting. Hope Georgia
I
beats the
think
shit out of them.
Didn't Florida State's backup quarterback who came in after the starter got hurt? Didn't he announce he's transferring or like something, not playing?
I didn't hear about that. I've been hearing about Florida State trying to all the legal stuff they've been trying to do. But I haven't heard about that. Yeah, I hope Georgia beats the hell out of them. So we'll see.
Yeah. Tate Roadmaker is in the portal. Brought Glenn to start versus Georgia. So,
oof.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oof. Man, look at that. We got 3,000 people here on YouTube, and we got nearly 500 on Rumble. Welcome out, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here for Geeks and Gamers Daily. And again, we only got a few days left for the 199 backpack. It's in the pinned post right now. If you are interested to get your limited edition Geeks and Gamers backpack, we did hit our sales goal. So really appreciate all of you guys supporting, and we extended it until the end of the year to give you more time. So hopefully you'll get a chance. If you get a chance, you'll go check that out. So thank you guys so very much.
I don't know how to say this name. Gamoody Boozy for 150. Thank you. Cole Hauser for $2. I look for a good director, not a diverse one. 199.
You have the hiccups.
Yeah.
It happens on streams to you a lot, it seems like.
I think it's because I am talking like so fast and like the way I breathe when I talk. I think that's the only like explanation. I don't get them often just normally. I get them on streams a decent amount. The Exalted Patriarch for 5. Roll Tide, Roll Tide, Roll Tide.
Let's go.
Black Girl Magic for $2. Thank you. Cole Hauser for 5. John Chu, who directed G.I. Joe Retaliation, which 10% was good, also directed Gem live action. That could have been Hasbro's Barbie. Oh, well.
10% good. I'd give it a little more. Which one did he say? Retaliation?
Retaliation.
Okay.
Is that the one with The Rock?
Yes, that's the one with The Rock. Yeah, so I liked Rise of Cobra more than Retaliation. So I guess I would give you, maybe 10%. Because I'd say Rise of Cobra had probably about a 20 to 30% good because of Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow.
Blake Barrett for 2. House of Tards, starring Joe and Kamala. Zenny Biscuit for 5. I share a birthday with Dr. Seuss. I don't like his stuff. I also share a birthday with Bob Jovi. You mean Bon? Maybe Bob is his brother. With Bob Jovi and Gorbachev. Wow, that's interesting, Zenny Biscuit.
Zenny Biscuit, how you doing?
Udite for 5 to Jeremy. Batman Returns is pretty aggressively Christmas oriented, which is weird because I believe it was summer release. Well, Die Hard was summer release as well. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, listen, all the same things that happen sometimes now, I'm sure happened in the fucking like 80s and 90s and shit too, in terms of your original plan might be to release something here, but there's a problem here, there's a schedule problem, there's a shooting problem, shit like that.
Yeah,
stuff gets pushed. Eugenio Alavencia for 5. Having a Christmas scene doesn't make it a Christmas movie. I agree with that. Just if there's like one scene, that's why I don't think Harry Potter is like a Christmas movie, because it's like it's Christmas for like 90 seconds in a in it, like a 2-hour movie.
Well, like I said, it all just comes down to your own personal take on it. Because, like I said, Lord of the Rings has a Christmas element to me just because of the release time, and I have memories of Christmas time and going to see it during Christmas, and so you get that nostalgic feel to it. You know what I mean?
I
So
think there's
that's
a
just
difference between a movie that you watch around Christmas time versus a Christmas movie.
well,
Like, to me, James Bond is kind of like that, not because of fucking anything like whatever in the movies, but because there was a TNT or Spike TV, somebody used to do like the 12 Days of Bond. Every fucking Christmas, they'd play on a loop every single James Bond movie. I used to watch a shit out of that with my dad and stuff around Christmas. So you know what I mean? So that's,
yeah.
I feel that about James Bond movies, but it's not because they have anything to do with Christmas.
Well, yeah, like so for me, it's just like I don't care what people consider whatever. The whole Die Hard thing is such an internet thing at this point. Like, if you dare say Die Hard's not a Christmas movie, you're going to get fucking railroaded. That's fine. I don't think it's a Christmas movie. I think Christmas movies are movies where Christmas is the central focus, and there's a Christmas miracle that takes place in it that absolutely is crucial to the story. So, like, you could say, like, well, Home Alone could have taken place in any. That's right, but it's all about a Christmas miracle. It's about the mom getting back on Christmas. It's about them being together. It's about him bringing the family of the old man back. Like, it's all centered around Christmas miracles. A Christmas miracle at the end. That's usually what the core of a Christmas movie is. Not having Christmas as a backdrop.
Yeah, and I think Die Hard fits that description.
Not really.
It's
Like,
about a family. It's about a family.
I get it,
It's about a
but-
broken family who's trying to get back together for Christmas. And through the course of this entire thing that happens on Christmas Eve at a Christmas party, like, they realize what actually matters most to them, and that's being together. You know,
right,
on
but it's not.
Christmas.
But it's not built around the element of Christmas miracles. Like, it's just an action movie that
I don't
has
think it's
Christmas
a
as back-
miracle that
But-
one fucking cop from New York is able to fucking single-handedly, with no shoes on, fucking take out what
Then Batman
15
Well,
terrorists.
then Batman Returns is a Christmas movie too.
I'm not gonna sit there and like
So-
super argue about that one.
So I just
Um,
don't think that the focus around it is Christmas. And again, other people are going to disagree. I understand how trendy it is on the internet. Die Hard Christmas movie. You have to say it's a Christmas movie, or the internet's going to get mad at you, and people don't want to get ratioed. I understand all that. I'm not worried about it. I understand what's going to happen. I've never considered it a Christmas movie, and I'm not going to let internet trends make me change my mind on that. I'm happy everybody else thinks it is, but I don't.
I'm
Never
just
have.
saying, if it wasn't at Christmas,
Like John
fucking
Williams.
John would never be out there visiting Holly.
John Williams has a whole fucking like soundtrack written out for something like Home Alone. You know what I mean? Based on Christmas songs, like a whole soundtrack.
I'm not saying Home Alone's not a Christmas movie.
No,
What do
but
you-
a lot of people's argument is that Home Alone. When you tell them that like Die Hard, you don't think it's a Christmas movie, they go, well, Home Alone could take place on another holiday if you switch this around, switch that around. That's usually the argument against Home Alone, which is a valid.
I haven't heard very many
Oh,
people argue against
100%.
Home Alone being a Christmas movie.
Absolutely, absolutely. You could build Home Alone around any other holiday in theory.
Sure.
In theory, you know what I mean. You can make that argument.
Yeah, I just don't really hear people making that argument.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
look, the Die Hard thing. Bruce Willis himself said it's not a Christmas movie. There you go. Okay.
he can't even fucking
So-
talk anymore. He's fucking lost his fucking mind, Jeremy. He's got dementia.
Today, it's not today. He didn't have dementia 12, 15, 20 years ago when he said it, Ryan. It's not
Yes,
how
he
dementia
did. It was
works.
early onset. What are you talking about?
Literally said it at an
You
award
you
show
can't
or
trust
something like that.
him. You can't trust
So-
anything he says.
so
All you
again-
can go by the writer, though.
Yeah, but again, I get it. Follow your internet trends. I understand. All right, I understand how it works. Follow the internet trends. I don't follow that. I'm not gonna be like, worried that somebody's gonna get mad at me on Twitter because I said Die Hard's not a Christmas movie because it's like 99% popular to say that.
Well, I think that you were just upset because you told me what a Christmas movie was, and I described why I think Die Hard is. So now you're saying, well, I don't follow internet
well,
trends.
first of all, I said if you think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, that's fine. My problem is that if you tell somebody who thinks Die Hard's a Christmas movie that it's not one, they lose their fucking mind because they need you to validate their opinion. You can think it's a Christmas movie. It doesn't mean I have to. But people that think Die Hard's a Christmas movie need everybody to agree with them. They have to
They
have
need every
everybody.
single person.
Oh my God, if you disagree with them, you're wrong. And it's like, why does my opinion affect your opinion of it? Why do the people that think Die Hard's a Christmas movie need everybody to agree with them in order to make them feel good about their opinion? It's a really weird dynamic. I
think you're hyperbolizing a little bit. We're very upset that we're a little bit upset that Yellow Flash had a terrible fucking list where he put Muppets Christmas Carol at the fucking bottom.
Bro,
we don't think it belongs there.
Look at the chat, how mad they are because I don't share their opinion on. They need everybody to agree. They need, bro. Anybody that goes on Twitter right now and says Die Hard's not a Christmas movie gets fucking dogpiled because everybody that thinks it needs everybody to validate their opinion.
I think that if you go on Twitter and say I think The Marvels is the best movie of 2023, you're probably going to get dogpiled as well because a lot of people disagree with that.
Well, that's fine, but that's not what we're no, because there are people that if you come up to me and say I liked Captain Marvel, I mean, like, all right, I mean, it's dog shit, but if you like it, that's cool. If you come up and get mad at me because I don't like Captain Marvel, that's a whole different argument. It's a whole different argument. Like, hell, I like X-Men Origins Wolverine. I clearly don't need other people to validate my shitty opinion.
Yeah, I think we've lost the core of what we were talking about. I think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Jeremy doesn't. I also don't think Harry Potter's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, and I 100% understand the like if you say that, like I made my reasons why I think the first Harry Potter is a Christmas movie, and a lot of it is because of the elements, just like with Lord of the Rings. Like Lord of the Rings has no Christmas elements to it.
Yeah, that one is like wild to me. Right, you consider that a Christmas movie
because it released during Christmas, so I went to see it during Christmas time. So I have nostalgia for Christmas, thinking about I have a connection of Christmas where I think about like going to see it during Christmas time. So with Harry Potter, it's got a little bit of Christmas elements into it, but it's got John Williams score, it's got Chris Columbus directing, and it has a Home Alone kind of feel to it in terms of just direction. So that's why. Because to me, Home Alone's the definitive best Christmas movie, and it's not even close. Like I think that's the definitive Christmas movie.
I like Home Alone. I would put it in the great category. Yeah, I like the Santa Claus better than that one. Santa Claus is probably like one of my all-time favorites.
Santa Claus is right there with it too. So, and I think Jingle All the Way. Again, you want to be real? Like Jingle All the Way is a horrible fucking movie in terms of like what is. It's a great movie.
Yeah,
so is Home Alone. Home Alone's a terrible movie. Like in terms of like if Mahler was to break down Home Alone, it would be the dumbest movie. How many times did they die? How many times would they be dead? How stupid can you be to keep walking back into this situation and keep getting the shit beat out of you? But it's got heart and it's magic, and that's why people love it. But Home Alone, like if you just look at Home Alone from an objective standpoint, it's so bad. It's so bad. It makes no sense. It's so stupid. None of it makes any sense, but it's fantastic.
All right, Spikefish Network for 5. They're moving from physical, launching unfinished. $100. Fuck off. Thank you. Mike Hill for 5. Apparently Disney Universal tied for first with highest grossing studios this year. What was Disney's biggest hit? Well, that's domestic, by the way, not worldwide. And yeah, Disney Universal right now tied at top domestic box office. Disney's biggest movie was Guardians of the Galaxy. The thing that you don't see in that is how much money they spent on their budgets.
Right.
Like Disney lost well over $1 billion in theaters this year. Universal, they did not. So, Eugenio Olivencia for 5. Where's the love for Santa Claus, the movie with John Lithgow and Dudley Moore? Exploding candy canes and Christmas 2. Underrated.
I think I saw that one a long time ago.
I don't know. Lord of the Reef for 5. It's a Wonderful Life belongs in a legendary category. Why is anyone surprised that a drunk asshole has bad taste? I'm not surprised at all. Thank you.
Why are Christmas movies the most divisive topic on the internet?
Stephen Wasik for 5. What we really need is for Zack Snyder to make a Christmas movie and then see what the what the arguments are all about.
Jesus Christ, that would be awful. I just want to point out, I never said Die Hard was a bad movie. I just said I don't consider it a Christmas movie. Flash said Muppets Christmas Carol is a horrible movie. That is the worst take imaginable. I would rather Flash just say Muppets Christmas Carol is a good movie. It's just not a Christmas movie. That's what I would rather him say.
No, well, that would be retarded. Though.
It would be retarded,
Yeah.
but it would be a lot less retarded than calling it a horrible movie.
Well, so if I was to say, all right, this is what Flash is going off of. He put these like super fucking iconic like movies, but obviously are very dated in like the terrible and horrible category. Then maybe he's like going with that same type of evaluation from Muppets Christmas Carol. Like it's fucking Muppets and like it's weird. I don't fucking know. I mean, it's an incredible movie. I don't know how you can do that, but Michael Caine's awesome in it too. Stephen Wasik for 5. MCU fan came back from his Christmas break and is salty as ever. Maybe he'll get another hug at New Year's. F's in the chat from Mr. Krista. Yo Pops for 2. Hope you had a good Christmas, MCU fan. Udite for 5. LMAO, it's the best little whorehouse in Texas. Oh, censored for chat. And no, it's not Dr. Seuss. The best little whorehouse in Texas. I haven't seen that one. Thank you. Jaded Fett for 5. I think everyone in the chat should take a moment and wish MCU fan a very Merry Christmas. Do it. Joshua Henderson for 5. I watched Rings of Power. Thought it was boring. It took 2 episodes of season 1 for me to get invested. You were invested? Ugh. Chris B for 5. Sony and Nintendo aren't Valve. I don't trust them with any digital-only game libraries, especially while consumer protections are shit for digital. Mike Hill for 5. Same old story. White Sauron evil, diverse Sauron good. Maybe. Nisowich for 5. The Expanse gets woke in the last 2 seasons, but it was still a good.
Yeah, Gary's been on that one for a while with the Expanse. He's been talking about that one forever.
Fictitious Day Savage for 2. They make the POC the big bad. Who signed this off? Taker for 5. Jen Salky. We didn't want to honor Tolkien or include his messages in the show. We wanted to include only our own messages in the show. Lower Lips Liquor, which I love that name, for 2. Hate to say it, but I'm at 37%. I mean, I watched the whole thing too to talk about it. Sir Hat for 5. Anime and game translators who shove local memes and propaganda into them are mad people are just using AI to replace them. Yo Pops for 2. Boo, Jeremy, boo. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Yo Pops for another 2. Boo this man. You. Golden Nuggets for 2. Any good Juneteenth movies? Also, Jeremy's wrong. I don't know of any good Juneteenth movies because Juneteenth wasn't a thing until like 6 months ago. So, let's see. Slaglust. Jeremy's being like Dick Masterson, an edgy contrarian. Thank you. JR for 2. The Shining is a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know.
It's been a long ass time since I watched The Shining.
It's got snow in it, so it's a Christmas movie.
That's the dumbest argument. Snow dogs.
I never said it was a fucking Christmas movie.
Butter Biscuit for 2. Hashtag kick Jeremy. Hashtag bring back Jay. Yo Pops for 2. It's too late, Jeremy. You broke our hearts. Golden Nuggets for 2. It's okay, Jeremy. I think Lord of the Rings is gay.
Oof.
That's a rough take.
Yeah.
And you're from the UK. Buster Nut Smash for 5. Violent Night on Prime was a good one. I watched that. It was good. Fear the Tardo for 5. Hi, Uncle Rai Rai. Hope had Merry Crispix. Now that New Clear's Eve is coming, Tardo wonder if Uncle Rai Rai have nuclear resolutions. Lock it in. Yay. Thank you. Retro Collective gifts a Geeks and Gamers membership. Thank you. Butter Biscuit member for 8 months. Jeremy, I don't care. Also, Jeremy proceeds to go on 10-minute rant, justifying himself like always. Ryan for the win. Thank you, Butter Biscuit. Andrew Wordna, member for 10 months. Home Alone is a remake of Die Hard. Now you know. I was like trying to think about the logistics of that for a second. Black Girl Magic for 10. I just make the argument that if it wasn't Christmas, John McClane would have never went to LA to be in the tower, so the movie could happen for that matter. They wouldn't have robbed the place either. Yeah, I think Christmas was central to the plot. Him, me. Remember, for 5 months, Godzilla -1 is a Christmas movie. I went to the theater on Christmas. All right. Over on Rumble, Vault 95 Survivor.
400 people still over there.
Hell yeah. Will Rings of Power Season 2 start with the same 37% audience that remained at the end of Season 1 and go down further from there? Probably.
It'll probably get a bump, though. It'll probably get a bump just because normies will always kind of hop back in to see, like, oh, is it better? But it won't hold that audience as long as it did the first time.
Mark a reality for $1. Gary's causing trouble in the YouTube chat.
He always does.
Orozco for 1. Are you retarded? Thank you. Joel Reese, member for 5 months, quoting SBZ in the chat. Home Alone is Saw for kids. Chat is the best. Hail the 199 and praise Allah. That's a good point.
That's Saw for kids.
Elite.
Did you know Macaulay Culkin's like hooked up with one chick from the Asian chick from the Disney Channel? What's her name? Is he married to her? They have a kid. What's her name?
Asian chick from the Disney Channel.
Yeah, what's her name, man? Chat, you're gonna help me out with it. Yeah, Brenda Song. Yes.
Oh,
Brenda
really?
Song. Yeah. I didn't know that. Like because when he was doing like he took the picture with the mom from Home Alone, and he's hooked up with Brenda Song. I'm like, okay, Macaulay Culkin, that's what's up.
Hey, you know what's funny? Hold on. I was like, let me see how well Google understands Jeremy. Asian chick from Disney Channel. Brenda Song.
Hey, man. It was either like I could just have said X-ray girl, maybe. I don't know.
Brenda Song right there.
Asian chick from Disney Channel.
I think was she on like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody? Was she on that one?
I can't remember. I just remember her being on the Disney Channel.
Elite Neo for 5. Another reason why Yellow Flash's list is full of L. He left the Charlie Brown Christmas special out of the high tiers, let alone the list altogether.
Let alone the list altogether.
Andrew Matthews for 2. Some adult films are Christmas. The males say ho ho. Thanks. Thoughts on this, Nigel for $1.99. Jeremy, you're outnumbered, mate.
I know that. I certainly know that.
Let's see. Disco Cobra for $50.
Disco Cobra.
I feel like some people getting into arguments online are funny. Reminds me of the scene from Dude, Where's My Car when they get the tattoos. Your tattoo says dude and yours says sweet. Also, no, and then. Thank you, Disco Cobra. That's what we do here. Alex for $5. Christmas movies should be able to be enjoyed with the whole family. Even while I enjoy R-rated Christmas-themed movies, I don't count them. 199. Well, some people don't have children. You ever think about that? Let's see. The Tactician Musician for 5. There's some good Christmas anime movies. Tokyo's Godfather, the most famous, about 3 homeless people find a lost baby and set out to find its parents. Sophie for 2. How do blind gynecologists work? They read lips. Thank you, Sophie. That's pretty good. Richard Simmons for 2. Jeremy enjoys man piles. Trust me, I know. I'm sure you would know, Richard Simmons. Elite Neo for 5. My bad. Charlie Brown Christmas was in the great tier, but it still should have been legendary. I'm fine with it where it is. Butter Biscuit for 5. You guys spent too much time talking about this stupid list and Die Hard than Godzilla -1, which is about to leave. Show that movie more love. We fucking talk. You want me to talk about it every fucking day? We talked about it when it was out, or like when we saw it. We talked about it when it was doing big things at the box office.
I loved it. It's the best movie of the year. Like still to this point, like I've said, it's better than Oppenheimer for me. And I thought the Iron Claw would top it for me, but it didn't. And I think the Iron Claw is very good movie. But Godzilla -1 still is the best movie of the year, and I don't think it's even like remotely close. Like that's a phenomenal movie. It really is. At least for movies I've seen. I haven't seen all the movies, but -1's fantastic.
John Papasergio for 5. Don't Breathe is just Home Alone for adults. Joshua Henderson for 199. Worst thing about Rings of Power was the dialogue. New Jersey or NJ Scoundrel for 5. My favorite Juneteenth movie, Birth of a Nation. Jesus. All right. And I think we're all caught up.
Let's go. All right. So another awesome episode of Geeks Gamers Daily. Good stuff. I got Cobra Cast tonight, and then I might do a gaming stream. I don't know yet. It's just there's a lot going on, and but we'll see. You guys know I usually always follow through anyway with it. But yes, Cobra Cast tonight. We got a lot to talk about because I did do a Cobra Cast on Monday because of it wasn't even because of Christmas as much as it was about the channel, my new channel getting hit with demonetization. But we got that corrected, got all that fixed now. And what do you got going on, Ryan?
Nothing. Making
Nothing?
videos.
Making videos.
Mhm.
Mr. Positivity right there. Okay, guys. Again, MC Fan said do not mention him in super chats. So there we go. Elite Neo. 199 backpack. Go check it out. You got a few days left before we're gonna shut those down. Also, don't forget to go over to Meta PCs. Check you out, Meta PC, see if what they have. If you're interested in anything over there, use the promo code 199 or Geeks, and that will help us out greatly. We love Meta PC. They do a great job, and we appreciate what they do for us. We don't mention them enough, and we should mention them more. So Meta PC, they put out the best stuff you could imagine. Badass PCs over there, amazing designs. Go over there and check them out. 199 or Geeks promo code. Thank you guys so much. Ryan, any positive words to leave the chat with?
Nope.
Bye, everybody. Talk to you later.